Welcome to Rock Like the Pros, and I'm Terry Carter, and I'm really excited because this is my first live guitar tutorial that I'm doing. And today we're going to look at With or Without You by U2. I'm going to show you the chords, the strum pattern, and then we're going to sing, and I'll help you a little bit with the singing on this particular song as well. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing and following and sharing this. We are live, so we're all going to see what happens, but I'm real happy that you decided to join me today. If you are interested in grabbing some more information on the instructional videos I have, you can check out rocklikethepros.com. Now, this song is great. It's only got 4 chords in it for the entire song. So not only intro, verse, chorus, solo, outro, same 4 chords. Now it's great to have a handful of these kind of songs in your bag of tricks, because when you start to get together and jam with people, it's real easy to show them and you're off and playing some music. So keep these songs handy, and they'll help, especially when you're jamming with somebody new. So, we're going to start with the D chord here, and check this out, and voila, we got our D chord. Now, I'm not going to go through each fingering because it's in the diagram there, but if this is something that you need additional help with the diagrams, just let me know. Feel free to message me now live, or I'll get the messages even if you're watching this later when it's not live. But just hopefully you can read those chord diagrams. If not, I'll help you out. So we got the D chord. Now before we jump to the other chords, only 3 more, I want to talk about the strum pattern. Let's just jump into that and get that going right away. All right, so the strum pattern is going to look like this. Now, I don't know if this makes sense to you. I'm going to walk you through it. To me, this is how music is properly notated, not necessarily with just a series of up arrows and down arrows. But if you're along with the journey of learning guitar with me, you're going to learn how to properly read these different symbols that you'll see in music, just as if you were playing saxophone or piano or violin. I want to get your level of understanding of the guitar and music up a level. Besides just teaching you the song and teaching you how to play, that's one thing, but I'm going to hopefully expand your knowledge of music also. All right, so what we're looking at here is this pattern is going to start with a quarter note, and it's going to be a downstroke. Now, I am using a pick for this particular lesson. If you don't like a pick, and you like either using your thumb or even your first finger, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. For this particular lesson, it's kind of a mellow, slow song, so you don't need to go real fast. So if you want to use your pick or fingers, that's fine. But I'm going to use a pick for this one. So the pattern is going to start with a downstroke on beat 1. Then on beat 2, you're going to do 8th note, so it's going to go down, up. Then you notice there's a tie, and that tie is right there, that curved line. And what that tie means is that you're going to go ahead and play this beat right here on beat 2, but on the and of 2, you're just going to hold it. Notice then when you come in on the next and of 3 there, you have an upstroke, downstroke, and upstroke to finish off the pattern. So it's going to go down, down, up, and then another up, down, up. And that's your whole pattern. So 1, 2, and 3, nothing on 3 because of the tie, and then followed by an upstroke, up, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up. Nice and relaxed, down, up, down. Notice my wrist, nice and relaxed. Down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... So the tricky thing with this one is that tie, because you have an upstroke on the and of 2, followed by another upstroke on the and of 3. So you actually have 2 upstrokes in a row. And the way to get around that is to go down, down, up, and then on beat 3, it's like a ghost strum. So you can actually act like you're strumming, but not, and then up, down, up. Again, that's down, up, and then nothing, but it looks like you're just going down, up, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Alright, so the D chord gets one measure. The next chord now, it uses the same exact rhythm, except we're going to go to a G chord. Now I'm going to show you a couple of different G chords for this song that you can use. This one is a 4-finger G chord. So I'm using 4 fingers here of my left hand. If you're a left-handed guitar player, everything's going to be identical except you're just going to be playing left-handed. But the chord diagrams and the strum patterns are the same. The only thing, alright, so you don't have to worry about just because you're left-handed, okay? And probably if you're left-handed, probably a good idea just to get used to reading right-handed stuff because there's not a lot of stuff out there for left-handed people, and I'm left-handed myself in some things I do, so I understand. Alright, so this is the 4-finger G chord. Versus, a lot of you may like to play this 3-finger G chord. And with the G chord, there's all kinds of different fingerings that are used for this particular one. All kinds of different fingerings. So whatever one you want is fine. It's just, they're all G chords, so don't worry about it. I just happen to like this chord, and I use that one a lot in my playing for no particular reason. But you should be able to play all of them, no problem. Okay, so you got the G chord for a measure, and that's going to be that same rhythm, which is this one again. So it's down, down, up, down, up. Then, well, that's actually not the second chord. That's the last chord. I jumped myself. It's all right. So that's the last chord. Let me go back a step and go to the second chord. Sorry about that, which is the A chord, the 5 chord in the key of D. All right. So here's our A chord, and now I finger it slightly different than the way a lot of you may do it. So what I do is I do open 5th string, and then my first finger here bars strings 4 and 3 at the 2nd fret, and it just lays flat. And then my second finger adds here on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and then open 1st string. And this is a chord I learned from a good friend of mine, David Oakes. This is a way a lot of flamenco guitar players play. And for me, because I kind of have chubby fingers, it's easier than doing some of these more traditional ways. So this is the way I do my A chord. So that's the second chord. And it gets also another measure. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... So just so we're clear, the first chord is D. Second chord is A. There we go. That sounds better. All right, and then we're going to the next chord here, which is probably the hardest chord here of the bunch, which is our B minor chord. And this is the bar chord. And bar chords can be a little tough if you're not used to them. This one I will go over because I want to make sure you're doing it right. All you have to do here is bar strings 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here at the 2nd fret. And my finger is going to lay flat and parallel with the fret as opposed to kind of off to the side. So I'm laying it flat, and I'm on right next to the fret. I'm not on top of it, and I'm not too far back. I'm just right up next to it. Then my second finger's here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. My third finger's on the 4th string, 4th fret. And my pinky's underneath on the 3rd string, 4th fret. And I got B minor. And I'm avoiding the 6th string here. Now this chord is a little tough, and so it requires a little bit of pressure here, a little bit of extra pressure on your left hand. Don't give too much. You don't want to hurt the wrist, especially if you're playing in a real awkward position. Okay? Notice even when I'm playing my bar chord, my wrist here is fairly straight. It's not too curved. Okay? But again, only enough pressure to get this. If you're getting this, that means you got to either press down a little harder, or you got to check your fingers and make sure your fingers aren't drooping down and hitting the other strings. Okay, so that also gets a whole measure. So down, down, up, down, up. And then the last chord, which we've already gone over, was the G chord. And that gets a measure again, and it's down, down, up, down, up. All right, so let's just play these chords now. So check this out. Let me get this up on the screen. I'm going to take the chords away. And here's your actual progression now. Okay. Let's not do the rhythm written though. Let's just do whole notes. So let's just do one strum per chord. So like 1, 2, 3, 4 to A, 2, 3, 4 to B minor, to G. Okay, so let's just do this. I'll count you in. 1, 2, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now your A chord. B minor. I'm just tapping to give you the B. And G. You don't have to tap on your guitar like I am. And 2, 3, 4, A. Now B minor. Oh, that was not the right chord. See if I can do that again. 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if I can get the B minor. Hey, good job, Terry. And G, 2, 3, 4. So you want to be able to do that, just like I did it. And what you need to do is have these chord shapes memorized. So go back and work on these until they're memorized. There's only 4 chords, and you'll see these a lot in various songs. Then once you got it memorized, can you incorporate that strum pattern we did? So let's try that. 1, nice and slow, 2 and 3 and 4. So down, down, up, up, down, and out, A, B minor, and G. Now it repeats again. A chord. One more time. Now, on a couple of these chords, you might need to cheat a little bit, especially if you're not that fast at switching. And so, down, down, up, down. So on the downstroke on beat 4, instead of hitting the upstroke on the D chord, hit an upstroke with just open strings, because you're going to now be moving your hand to the next chord for beat 1. So let me do that again. So D is down, down, up, down, and then upstroke, open strings, because I'm moving my hand to the A chord. And then for this one, you might need to do the same thing. Upstroke and B minor. And then, oh, I already went by it. Now we need to do the same thing here. Let me try that again. So D, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now I'm moving my left hand way out of the way so you can see it. You wouldn't need to do that. You would just do. Open strings sound to me pretty good, because I think a lot of guitar players do this, even if they don't realize they're doing it. And so we just got used to that sound of that kind of those open strings, especially when we go. So we don't necessarily want to cheat like that if we can avoid it, but sometimes it's necessary, just depending on what chord we get to. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this is the whole song is just these 4 chords: D, A, B minor, and G. All right, I'm going to check my live feed. Remember, we're live here, so that's why you're going to see the good and the bad and the ugly here from me, and that's okay. And if you have any questions or would like to just say hi, I would love to hear from you. So I'm cool now. I don't see anything, but I'm here if you need me. So let's go ahead now and let's sing the song here. Now, the lyric starts on this note right here, which is F sharp. C. It's not a C note. The first word is C. The first note here, your melody note, is F sharp. Okay, so first string, second fret, or if you're a little bit lower of a singer, 4th string, 4th fret, C or C, C this one. And then when it comes in, it goes like this. Let me play it once, and I'll show you when the lyric comes in. Here's your 3, B minor. Okay, so check this out, right here. Here's a D. See the stone. Okay, did you notice? So C, that's our note, F sharp, but what beat did it come in? It was on that second upstroke we did, which is the and of 3. So it's on the D chord, 1, 2, 3, see the, and that's where we would start with the lyrics. Because in my experience, singing the right melody note to start a song and then where you come in with the lyrics are always the two biggest challenges to singing a song. Now, I'll do other lessons showing you how to play and sing at the same time, but even that right there should hopefully help you. So before you start playing a song, get that melody note so you have it in your head. A lot of times when you hear like singers and a piano, you'll hear a piano like hit a note, and that's usually giving that singer their starting note so they know where to start. And then a lot of times once you know where you're starting, you can finish off the rest, okay? So here we go. If you can't sing or don't want to sing, fine, just play along with me. And if you can't do that rhythm that we're doing, just do it just real simple if you have to for now too. That's right. Okay, just do whatever you can, but let's play this. The song's really not that fast anyways. So 1, 2, 1, 2, do a little intro first, and we'll do one more time. Here we go. See the stone set in your eyes. See the thorn twist in your side. And I wait for you. Melody's nice and low when they start. Sleight of hand and twist of fate. A bed of nails, she makes me wait. And I wait without you. Now the first chorus is nice and low. With or without you. With or without you. Alright, right to the second verse is still low. Through the storm we reach the shore. You give it all, but I want more. And I'm waiting for you. Here's your chorus. Starts off low. With or without you. Here we go. With or without you, I can't live. With or without you. Now just a chord progression for a minute. We're about to hit the bridge. The bridge, the melody stays high. But here we go. Last chords. And you give yourself away. And you give yourself away. And you give. And you give. And you give yourself away. Now we go back low here to the verse. My hands are tied. My body's bruised. She's got me with nothing to win and nothing left to lose. And you give yourself away. And you give yourself away. And you give. And you give. And you give yourself away. With or without you. With or without you. So there's a lot of lyrics to this song, and that higher part takes some practice. As a matter of fact, I could use some practice myself on it. It's actually a nice melody. If you can't go up higher, and notice I wasn't going into falsetto when I was singing that. I was just having to give myself a little bit more air to get those notes out without straining too much. You don't want to close those vocal cords off. But you could just sing the whole thing low, right? You don't have to go up. You can just keep it with or without you. I can't live with or without you. With or without you. Right, so there's a low part. And then if you can do it higher like he does. With or without you. Or with or without you. So you choose whatever is comfortable for your voice. Alright, so there's our lesson on with or without you, with the little sing in there. I'm going to check the feed one more time. Again, feel free to ask questions at any point. Say hi. This is the first of many, many, many live guitar tutorials I'll be doing here. And again, thank you for being here. And we'll take it out with just a little playing, and then I'll see you next time.